Cho Min heads off to work in his family's rice paddies. This time last year he was at school and his father was working in the fields. But when Cyclone Nargis swept across the delta, 2/3 of the people living in this village were killed, and Cho Min's parents were among them. Now he's looking after the fields as well as his younger brother and sister. He worries about his sister, who was still being breastfed when their parents were killed.
My sister has changed a lot since Nargis. She often wakes up crying in the middle of the night and calls out for our parents. We didn't have enough food and clean water, and she lost weight because she wasn't getting any breast milk.
The children escaped the cyclone because they ran to the monastery, the highest point in the village. Although the building collapsed during the storm, it was still the safest place. Now it's sheltering 2 more of the Nargis orphans, who are studying to be monks. Ye Tinzor is 11. He tried to escape the cyclone in a boat with his family, but the boat sank and he was the only survivor.
I'm not afraid of dying. I survived Nargis by swimming in the water, but if there is another cyclone this year, I will die. You can die any time, so I'm not afraid anymore.
Many people in the delta are still living under the tarpaulins given out after the cyclone. When the rainy season starts, many of these flimsy homes are likely to collapse.
I think there's a great deal of nervousness heading into the next monsoon season in all of the communities where we're working. And I think that the main priority as we're working with communities is doing some mapping about where their big vulnerabilities are in case there is another storm, ensuring that people know where to go. If there's a big another tidal surge, where can people go to take refuge?
Children in the village are drawing maps to show the dangers, like weak houses and low-lying ground, and the safer places like the monastery. It's a Save the Children project, and it's hoped it will make children aware of how they can protect themselves if there's another cyclone.
If there is another Nargis, this monastery is the most important place for all of us. It's the highest place, and it's the only building which provides shelter.
When the cyclone struck, very few buildings could withstand the winds of 140 miles an hour. Over the last year, Save the Children has been helping communities across the delta build new, stronger schools and strengthen existing buildings. It provided the materials for this new school, and the whole village, including the children, built it together. Simple things like using screws instead of nails can make all the difference.
We need a good, strong school like this one, because if there is another Nargis, the school won't fall down, and people can come and shelter here.
While Cho Min waits for the rainy season to plant his rice, he's relying on his younger brother to feed the family. Tan Nang is 12 and has given up school so he can catch fish. Like many people who lost everything in the cyclone, the 2 boys are hoping this year's monsoon will bring enough rain for a good harvest, but without the devastating storms of last year.